This week is going to be a massive week when it comes to Flight Sim announcements and release news. So big we've had to make an extra video this week with all the announcements and release news in the lead up to this week's Flight Sim Expo. It's time to get the credit card out or break the piggy bank, as there's a lot of products about to be released very soon. Let's jump straight into the video. Kicking off this week's big previews and announcements before the expo has even started, unless you have been sleeping underneath the wing of a plane, PMDG have announced their rollout release date of their Boeing 777-300ER. The first of the 777 fleet is scheduled to release this Tuesday, the 25th of June, with backup dates all the way to the 30th if there's any last minute issues arising. We are expecting a lucky few content creators to gain access to showcase the 777 a few days before the official release. No pricing has been confirmed at the time of doing this voiceover for the video. Robert, the CEO of PMDG, has confirmed the 777 will be coming to the in-sim marketplace. However, we'll see the usual lengthy wait to make sure after the release all the bugs have been ironed out from the PC launch. PMG mentions in their latest post that the Boeing 777 plans to come with a bunch of new features that we haven't seen in any PMDG product range before. This is certainly one of the biggest releases for the year, and the 777 will bring a long-awaited high-detail long-haul aircraft to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is certainly one of the biggest releases of the year, and the 777 will bring a long-awaited high-detail long-haul aircraft to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Black Square have announced they are planning to release an all-new Beechcraft Starship before the end of the year is out. The team is passionate about this particular project, as the Starship brought so many firsts to the GA aircraft category, with canard wings, all composite airframes, and an all-in-glass cockpit all at the same time. Nick from Black Square mentions the aim of this project is to bring the Starship up to its graphical standards, particularly when it comes to the cabin. The core simulations of the systems have received a complete overhaul, promising an even deeper and more immersive Black Square experience. The Starship boasts a vast amount of electronics on board, and this won't escape Black Square's attention. And as with all Black Square releases, we've seen a massive amount of failure options to test your skills with the Starship. There is no confirmed release date when we'll see the Starship this year. Of course, we will keep following the progress of the development and keep you posted. Speaking of a Black Square, Nick also mentioned this week over on the Just Flight website they have been working on updates for some of their recent release products. A bunch of these updates have been delayed due to the delay with Sim Update 15, as the Sim Update included a bunch of changes that affected the Black Square fleet. The Piston and the Turbine Duke just received their major first update. The changelog in this one is quite lengthy, but many include bug fixes and quality of life improvements for the two aircraft. The TBM 850 will receive a major update after this week's Flight Sim Expo. The update will include all new features developed for the Turbine Duke, including wing flex and new exterior elements. The Analog Baron and the Bonanza will soon receive a sizable update with features from most of the recent Black Square aircraft. Velocity will soon receive an update to support the working total G3X and new ground handling physics. The Analog King Air and the Caravan will both receive updates for bug fixes and a few new features. The aim from Black Square is to create a standalone version of all the 4 steam gauge overhaul aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And some great news to simmers who purchase within the in-sim marketplace. Black Square plans to submit updates of their aircraft of the Duke, the TBM 850 and the Velocity to Microsoft Flight Simulator in-sim marketplace over the coming months. From the looks of it, over the next coming months, we have some really big updates coming to all of the Black Square fleet. Before we jump into this week's midweek releases, thank you to everyone for all your support of the channel. We are very excited to bring you all the latest release news and announcements each and every week. One of the easiest ways you can show YouTube you like the content that we create is by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Thank you for all your awesome support. The Flight Sim community is the absolute best. SoFly offer a number of products for Microsoft Flight Simulator, catering to new pilots for the sim and all the way to very experienced pilots. As a flight sim content creator, my favorite SoFly product is Weather Presets Pro, which comes in really handy when the weather is not behaving itself and you can change the weather to be more dramatic or even to a perfect day. Other products I like to use is Landing Challenge Pro, Flight Simulator Guide, which is the manual to Microsoft Flight Simulator, the one that should have been, Storms for pilots who want to chase some of the biggest storms in the world's history, and a couple of their recent products, which is Aircraft Checklist and their new animal release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which puts over 5,000 animals into the sim. I will leave a link in the description below or where you can go and check out SoFly products, and I would like to thank SoFly for sponsoring this video. Taxing over to this week's mid-week release news, Aerosoft this week has released its second addition to its Mount Everest Airport Volume 2. The second entry of the series features scenic vistas in challenging approaches in the Himalayas. Volume 2 includes 2 airports with up-to-date layouts of the Kangjal, Danda and the Phap Lu Airport. Features include detailed 3D terrain models for both airports with high-resolution photorealistic textures, newly constructed Valup secondary apron, monasteries, lots of animated people and animals scattered throughout both airports, animated ground traffic, realistic night lighting, and a custom various typical soundscapes throughout both airports. You can pick up your copy of Mount Everest Airports Volume 2 directly from the Aerosoft store or other supported Flight Sim stores, link in the description below. In another release for the week, Flightbeam has released San Francisco Captain's Edition. KSFO is one of the busiest and most iconic airports in the world. Located only 13 miles downtown from San Francisco, it serves as a gateway for many international flights and boasts a large amount of terminals and runways. KSFO handles over 55 million passengers for its gates annually, with over 100 worldwide global destinations. Flightbeam's KSFO features include high detail 4K textures, detail Flightbeam Gen 5 dynamic jetways, VDGS systems, detail interiors, a dense amount of custom tarmac objects, custom coastline rocks photogrammetry captured at the actual airport itself, includes a GSX profile, and you can pick up your copy of Flightbeam San Francisco's Captain Edition directly from the Contrail store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Parallel 42 A320 Immersion Pack will be released sometime this week. The team is on a roll when it comes to launches, as they launched another product this week. This time, this one is called Taboo, which is a utility that can enhance the user experience to improve performance, especially for those flying on the Xbox console. Taboo removes non-essential avionics like co-pilot systems from the side of the aircraft that you don't sit on, which increases the frame rates at heavy hitting airports. With Xbox and PC, this helps to reduce the memory footprint for Microsoft Flight Simulator by disabling avionics on any aircraft. When it comes to the Xbox console, this may be the difference between using an aircraft or not. Taboo has been designed to work with both console and PC, and features that include is it works with all aircraft and avionics, reduces avionics blackouts, memory optimization, and enhanced performance depending on which aircraft. You can pick up your copy of Taboo from Parallel 42 over on their store or your other favorite online flight sim stores, a link in the description below. Stay tuned to the channel for more flight sim news that is covered throughout the Flight Sim Expo. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know when our next drop of flight sim content, either a stream or a video, goes live, and we look forward to seeing you on a video or a stream real soon.